bought a washboard and a tub, put my shirt on the board and I started to rub. I started rubbing on the darn old thing. When I started rubbing up and down, she says, rub it, down and round. Then I started rubbing on the darn old thing. While I kept rubbing, she did a jig. I said, your washboard's okay, but your tub's too big. She said, keep on rubbing on the darn old thing. I rubbed to the east and I rubbed to the west. She says, rub south, that's where it's best. So I kept rubbing on the darn old thing. In came the milkman, then the grocer. I says, you want to rub? They said, no, sir. So I kept rubbing on the darn old thing. I rubbed all day and half the night. Neighbors laughed with all their might to see me rubbing on the darn old thing. One old lady with a great big hat says, I wish my husband could rub like that. So I started rubbing on the darn old thing. I left the washboard and the tub. She said, come in, man, you need some grub. You must be hungry, rubbing on the darn old thing. The very next day when I went by, there I saw another guy. He was rubbing on the darn old thing. If you want to jump and have a ball, get a washboard and tub and see the blues fall. Just start rubbing on the darn old thing.